Hello guys, and welcome to this informative video on Google AdSense. This is Trust Tutorials channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, then I want to encourage you to subscribe right now because I create valuable content around web design and stuffs like this. Okay, so you submitted your website to Google for AdSense monetization, but it was rejected. Or you are about to submit a website to Google and then you found this video. I'm going to show you 10 things you should do before you apply to Google for monetization or before you reapply that following a rejection from Google. Okay, so now let's get right into it. First, you need to write high quality content on your website or your blog. Now, this is non-negotiable. Your content has to have some kind of uniqueness, and your content must have a clearly defined value for your users. Each of your articles or posts you create on your website must at least be more than 500 words, and it would be nice to have images that further add some quality to your overall content. Okay, if you have videos that you can place on strategic places within your content, that's great. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do. Number two, create a privacy policy page. Especially if you collect some kind of data from your users, make sure you have a privacy policy page, okay, on your website. Make sure you have an about us page and a contact us page. Okay, next, make sure you create a cookie notice on your website. Okay, a cookie notice, I'll leave links in the description to tutorials that can show you how to easily create these things I've talked about on your website, things like a privacy policy, cookie notice on your website. Okay, all right, so let's get to the next one. You need to have a clear navigation menu. In other words, on your website or your blog, you need to have a menu that is easy for your users to navigate to different areas on your blog. Okay, now this is talking about user interface and user experience. Okay, so make sure that your blog is easy for users to access content and move around. Okay, that's it. Next, you need to have a good number of articles or posts. Okay, so you just created a blog and you have, say, 10 articles. Why not do 20? Okay, so have a good number of articles on your website or your blog before you apply to Google AdSense or before you reapply to Google AdSense. Okay, all right, next, make sure that the overall layout or design of your blog or website is good and looks good. Okay, next, make sure you use a top level domain like abc.com or abcblog.com. If you have like a blogspot kind of website, or like a website that has maybe .wix wix extension or .wordpress extension, then you may need to move that website to a top level domain. Okay, something that has a .com or .org or .net. Okay, so that's it. All right, so next you may need to disable other ad networks if you do have them on your platforms. Some of these ad networks actually have links, actually have some ads that redirect to links that may not be supported by Google. For example, links that talks about how to make $1 million dollars in 2 months. Links that are not typically allowed by Google. So you may need to check up on those, and if you have such ads on your website, you should disable them temporarily at least before you reapply. Okay, so the last is you may need to check up on your traffic sources. If your website is not generating enough organic traffic, if the traffic you get is mostly from paid sources like maybe Facebook or some kind of advertising, then you may need to do something about that and make sure that you can generate organic traffic, that your site generates organic traffic on its own, okay, before you reapply to Google. Okay, so all of these things I've mentioned are actually the general general practices you can put in place before you apply or before you reapply to Google. But then, if you've applied in the past and you were rejected, then it helps to check if there is a specific reason why you were rejected and then sort out that reason inside out before you reapply. Okay, so I'll leave some links in the description that will further help you to, get monetized on Google AdSense. If you're not subscribed to my channel, then I think you should subscribe because I create great content around web design and other stuffs like these. Okay, see you in another video.